That's what's gonna set you free, the laws of God. Cause sis, when you like to be ruling again, do y'all enjoy going to work every day, 9 to 5, 12-hour shifts, and barely having time to deal with your kids and stuff like that? Do y'all like that?
Nah.
You know what I'm saying? Living paycheck to paycheck. That's are the results for us breaking God's laws.
That's right.
He said, look at this right here. Check this out. Y'all remember this? Who this happened to?
It happened to us.
We were sold on the auction blocks. But it's a 3-step program. Give me Deuteronomy 28 and 15. I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna go back to the basics. I'm gonna show y'all a 3-step program to get right. We were sold. We was on them slave ships at the bottom. Think about it. If you was on your cycle, if you were sick, if your children were sick, all that dripping on you and you stuck in like sardines, packed in like sardines. This show you, they try to take it out the school system for you. They don't even want you to know that.
That's true.
They taking down statues and everything to eliminate all ideas leading back to this your people right here.
That's right there.
Watch this.
The book of Deuteronomy chapter 28 and verse 15. But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God.
So the Lord said, if you don't hearken, the root word of hearken is to hear. Black people don't like to listen to nobody. You can't tell me nothing. I done lived on this word for 45 years, 50 years, 60 years. You can't tell me nothing. How old is the Bible?
Right, man.
The Bible is older than all of us.
Yeah,
and he's the ancient one. So we should listen to the words of God. Can you read?
To observe, to do.
Wait. He said to observe. So the first step was what? To listen.
Yeah.
Then to observe. When you observe something, you got to get some understanding. But give me that in Proverbs 4 and 7. But a lot of times, we don't like to get understanding. We like to make up as we go. Black people, I'm pretty sure some white people do it, but black people mostly. We the only one. We'll get something to put together, right? And we don't read the instructions. I got it. You missing like 4 or 5 screws. You like, I got it. It's gonna work. Well, it's the instructions on how to put it together.
That's right.
So why don't you just put it together right so it won't break? It can be sturdy, right?
Right.
We unsturdy because we ain't got all the screws. We got some screws missing.
Right.
So we think we can figure it out on our own.
Right.
Read this.
The book of Proverbs chapter 4 and verse 7.
Bring it up.
Wisdom is the principal thing. Therefore, get wisdom, and with all thy getting.
He said, with all your getting while you live in this earth. Whether you young or whether you old, this is what's going to bring us together. But he said, with all thy getting while you're on this earth, get what?
Get understanding.
He said, get you some understanding. What? Understanding on how to cook dope? What? Understanding on how to have all the women you want in the world? Understanding on how to be a rapper? He's not talking about that. God don't care nothing about that. He don't. You know what he care about? His laws, his children. His children getting right as a good father should. A good father gonna spank you. You're looking at spanking right now. You're looking at punishment right now. But where we at? Because we disobeyed God. We didn't want to listen and we didn't want to observe to do what he said. I don't know where we gonna get to it. Read on.
The book of Deuteronomy chapter 28 and verse 15. But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe to do his all.
To observe. So that's 2. He said observe to do what?
To do all.
Observe to what?
To observe to do all.
Observe to do. We gotta do something. We observing, it said to do. So you listening and you getting understanding to do something. We can't do what we supposed to do because we didn't listen and we don't understand what we're doing.
Right.
You're like, what is my purpose on earth? Do you understand your purpose on earth? Do you understand your purpose?
Yeah.
Give me that whole duty, man. We're gonna come right back to it. You understand your purpose? What's your purpose?
Our purpose is to do the laws and to help save my people.
You're right.
Bring people back.
Right.
You know, the mission, I guess, since I, found out the truth.
Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying? Like I was telling one of you guys, yeah, I've been in the walk by myself. You know what I'm saying? The only thing I have is don't have the fellowship.
You need that. That's very important because that's when you recharge when you be around your brother and sister. Because you might be out the spirit.
Yeah.
And then you need your brother and sister to get you back in the spirit. So that's very important. What about you, sis? What about you? Why did the Most High God put you on this earth? That's your husband?
Yeah.
So why did he put you on this earth? Y'all married, right?
Yeah.
All right. Why he put you on this earth? What you think your purpose is?
My purpose? Really, my purpose is to help us get back on the right.
Help us get back on the right?
Yeah.
Also, you'll help me to your Lord. If your Lord in his walk, you should try to help him go farther in his truth, and don't be a dragon in the house. I don't know if that's what you do, but I'm saying you should help him, aid him. Y'all should help each other. A strong marriage is what we need to build a nation. We've been going far too long away from the strong family foundation, and the Israelites are coming back to the community and telling you, we need that.
Yes, sir.
We gotta have that.
Yes, sir.
What about you, young man?
I really don't know.
You don't know? That's a good answer.
That's a good answer.
That's a good answer.
That's
Watch this. I'm gonna show you today. Read.
The book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 12 and verse 13. Let us hear the conclusion of the whole matter.
The Lord said, we done read this whole book front to back. He gave you a precept. He said, hey, let's hear the conclusion of this whole Bible. Let's hear the conclusion of why you're upon earth. Let's hear the conclusion of the whole matter.
Fear God and keep his commandments, for this is the whole duty of man.
He said to fear God and to keep his commandments, that's the whole duty of man. Read on.
For God shall bring every work into judgment with every secret thing, whether it be good or whether it be evil.
In Malachi 1:6. So he said he's going to bring every work into judgment. What do you think Judgment Day is about? If you go to the courthouse and you get judged, what are you getting judged on? The laws that you broke. Yeah. When Christ come back, guess what you're going to get judged on? The law that you broke or the law that you kept. This is only fair. Because he's not an unfair judge. Because say for instance, we are in Dallas, Texas, right? In the United States of America. Are you going to get judged off Chinese laws? No. What about Arabian laws? You're not going to get judged on the same laws. So God said, it's kind of like, I hate to use carnal sense, but like a club, right? If the club got a dress code, can anybody just walk into the club if you got a dress code? No. What if your name not on the list? What if it's a VIP list? Can you come in? Can't come in. You got to be wearing the proper attire to get in, right? Watch this.
The book of Malachi, chapter 1 and verse 6. A son honoreth his father, and a servant his master.
So it said a son honor his father. You honor your father while you're on earth? You honor your father, sis? You honor your father, sir? You honor your father? You don't know him? Me neither. I ain't know mine, but it's all good. Cause now we know our Father in heaven. That's the Father you need. Watch this.
If then I be a father, where is mine honor? And if I be a master, where is my fear? Saith the Lord of hosts unto you, O priests that despise my name, and yea say, wherein have we despised thy name?
So he said, you priests that despise my name. They knew his name. Well, how do they despise his name? Because your name going to your reputation. Going into who you are. Because like say if I got my father's name, like I'm a third or something like that, a trait. You know what I mean? Like I'm carrying on my father's legacy. The way you conduct yourself should be a representation of God. Because go to Genesis 1:26. Let me show you something very heavy. Let me show you something very, very heavy. Very heavy. Watch this.
Chapter 1 and verse 26. And God said, let us make man in our image.
Wait a minute. God said what?
Let us make man in our image.
So check this out. Check this out. I'm happy now. Check this out. He said, let us make man in our image, right? Go to Genesis 2:6. Watch this. Watch this. I love this. I love this. Watch this. Watch this. Read this.
The book of Genesis, chapter 2 and verse 6. But there went up a mist from the earth and watered the whole face of the ground.
In Genesis, it didn't rain from the sky yet. It's just a dew came from the ground and it watered the face of the earth. Read on.
And the Lord God formed man.
He did what?
And the Lord God formed man of the dust of the ground.
He said he formed man from the dust of the ground. And you can go pick up some dirt. I can pick up some dirt. No, this kind of like some turf. I can pick up some dirt right here. What color is this?
Brown.
What color is this?
Dark.
Dark brown. So it was different shades of brown in the beginning. The first man was a black man.
That's right.
Boom. I'm telling you, he said, but he just said, I created man in my image.
Yeah.
So that means you're created in the image of God, and they didn't tell you that. They told you, white is white, black is wrong.
Right. They so did. And that's what I couldn't understand when I was young.
Give me
That's why Mo had that Putin do what he did on TV to show how the Messiah really
Most High God, he used all them to do this. Watch this. Give me 1 John 5 and 10. I'm gonna show you something very heavy. That's it. I just dropped the bomb on y'all. Y'all don't even know it. He said the first man created was a black man. It wasn't that so-called European man touching tips.
I know.
Y'all seen the little dude having the little naked guy, whatever? They said we didn't have no clothes. We were civilized. They gave you that. It's like it was an apple. They ain't none of that. That's fictitious.
Yes.
We know the real, and we're gonna bring it out the Bible. Watch this.
This is the book of 1 John chapter 5 and verse 2.
10.
Verse 10. He that believeth on the Son of God hath the witness in himself.
So which one? Hold on, where we at? Let me switch my phone. So, if I were to point to this, is this guy?
No, that's probably Cedra Boy.
It's Caesar Borgia. But a lot of kids will point to him, right? A lot of kids will point to him and say, this the good guy,
But
this the bad guy.
That's what's messed up though, because as a kid, when I used to go to my grandmama's house, I used to see this picture all the time. But my mama read the Bible to me and described Jesus to me. So it confused me like, dang, wait a minute. My mama said that he had eyes of fire. His feet looked like he was burning.
We gonna get it for you. We gonna get it for you today. Watch this.
I get it now.
The book of 1 John chapter 5 and verse 10. He that believeth on the Son of God hath the witness in himself.
A lot of people can't say that Christ is a black man. They be like, he was a spirit. He was multicolored. He was Middle Eastern. It doesn't matter what color he was. We all love. No. Read this.
He that believeth not, God hath made him a liar.
He said, if you don't believe that, you made God a liar because what? He had the records in his Bible. Read on.
Because he believeth not the record.
He believed not what?
He believeth not the record that God gave of his Son.
What did he leave the record at? Give me Revelation 1. Watch this. He said, did you believe not the record that he gave of his Son? The only way you're going to know who God is through the Bible.
Yep.
Everybody else try to have a rendition of the Bible, but the only way you're going to know is if you go to the Bible. He said, because you believe not the record that's recorded of him. If you have a police lineup, right, and you're looking for somebody, they give a description of how he was, how he looked, right?
Yep.
So, we finna give you a description. Let's see who will line up and who it hit. Let's see. Read.
The book of Revelation chapter 1 and verse 1. The revelation of Jesus Christ.
The revealing of the black Messiah. Read.
Which God gave unto him to show unto his servants.
To what?
To show
what?
To show.
To show people seeing Christ. Read.
Unto his servants things which must shortly come to pass. And he sent and signified it by his angels unto his servant John, who bare record
of what? He had a record of him. So John had a record of Christ. Can you read?
Of the word of God and of the testimony of Jesus Christ and of all things and of all things that he saw.
Read on.
Blessed is he that readeth.
He said, blessed is he that readeth. We can read now. The records are here for us to read. He said, it's blessed if you can read this. That's a blessing that you can read and understand who you are according to the Bible. That you're an Israelite from the tribe of Judah. That you're a prince that got power with God.
That's right.
That's who you be. That's who you are. You're not an African American. You're not a Negro. You're not none of that.
For real.
You're a child of God. Read.
And they that hear the words of this prophecy and keep those things which are written therein.
He said, and keep them things that are written therein. It's laws in this book that we gotta keep. Read.
For the time is at hand.
The time is at hand, black man, black woman, Hispanic man, Hispanic woman, Native American man. The time is at hand. Y'all see what's going on right now?
Yeah.
Let's reveal the black Messiah, though. Let's reveal the black Messiah. Let's go.
Verse 14. His head and his hairs were white like wool.
He said his head and his hairs on his face were white like wool. You got a appearance white like wool. The Bible calls it white. We call it gray.
Right.
But it's white. Read.
As white as snow.
It's white as snow.
And his eyes was a flame of fire.
He said his eyes were a flame of fire. Because if you drink a little wine or a little strong drink, what color your eyes turn? His first miracle was what?
Turn the water
into wine and the wine. He trying to, you know what I'm saying? He trying to sip a little bit.
Yeah.
He wasn't drunk.
Yeah, he wasn't drunk.
He wasn't drunk. He just sipped a little bit. Read on.
And his feet like unto fine brass.
Wait a minute. He said his feet. He said he took them sandals off. He said his feet. He said them like fine brass. Fine brass. You know when you get you a new penny? That shine on there. That man looking good in that skin to him. Black and beautiful. Read on.
As if they burn burned in a furnace.
Whoa. He said, but as if they burned in a furnace. Sister, you cook, right?
Yeah,
What? You cook good, right? You ain't never burned up before, huh?
Oh, no.
I have.
You have? All praises. Let me show you something. Have you ever burnt white rice on the stove? You ain't never burnt no rice? If you do burn it, what color it turn?
Black.
What color? Black. He said, hey, read it one more time for the people in the back.
And his feet like unto fire brass, as if they burned in a furnace.
He said, as if they burned in a furnace. So guess what the record's saying? Let's set the record straight. We setting the record straight in Dallas, Texas. He said he was black. He was blackity black.
What is a nation? Nation is men leading by example.